Hello again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of the Night Provision, the TX8. This is a tactical flashlight that comes with a 2-year warranty and a 60-day free return policy. Now it has a lot of unique features. Some of the real important ones are it's IPX-8 waterproof, so you can use this thing up to 2 meters underwater. Now this has 14 modes. I've never seen this many modes on a flashlight, and 5 brightness levels. We're going to go over all those settings and we're going to test those. It is shockproof up to 1 meter, so if you drop this 1 meter to a concrete floor, it won't affect it. It's all high-grade aluminum, type 3, military grade anodized, so it's very durable and tough. The flashlight itself has a American-made CREE. It's an XP-G3S4 LED chip, and that's what is right there behind that precise reflector. Now this will produce 800 lumens. We're going to do a lux test of the flashlight, and it has a unique USB port. That's why it includes a USB cable. It's right on the battery. We're going to show that. It is 5000 Kelvin color, so it is balanced white. The battery that's included is an 18650 series. It's 2600 milliamp hours. And this will illuminate up to 1.5 feet length of a football field. And you notice it's very compact. It's just, I mean, look at my hand, it's fitting in the palm of my hand. This clip can be taken off and reversed so that you can use it as a spotlight on a cap, so that you have a spotlight that you can walk around with. And this is also ultra lightweight. It's only 2 ounces of weight. And the runtime of this with that battery would be up to 350 minutes in the Firefly mode. Now they have information in the manual telling you how long it'll last and all the different modes and how to get to those modes. It includes 2 additional gaskets, and the gaskets are on the back to replace. And the manual is pretty extensive. It goes into all the information about the flashlight and all the modes. It also includes this nice quality holder, and it's the first time I saw one that has some flex to it. That's nice. And it's also the first time I've ever seen one that has a little metal pin so that you could feed it through those holes quite easily. Never seen that before. That's the first, and I've reviewed probably 30 flashlights. Now I'm going to show you something, how to open it up and what to expect. You turn this counterclockwise. That's your tail switch right there. Now if I go to turn this on, nothing happens, even though the battery is almost charged. And the reason for that is, for safety, they have a little plastic piece that is protecting the contact. So make sure you remove that. You might want to keep that. I put some red magic marker on there. I wish this companies that manufacturers would do that, because it's hard to see that. So you want to remove that and then take the battery out. And you can see it's an 18650 and has capacity there, 2600 milliamp hours, 3.7 volts, 9.6 watt hours. Now you see that's the gold positive, that's the negative right there. Positive always goes forward on every flashlight. Now what's cool about this is you can look closely here, and there is a USB port on there. So you take the included cable and you put your charge connection on there. Now I've got another USB cable right here, and let's put it in right there. And you'll notice it has a red LED. And that's all you do to charge it. Very simple. Now we're going to put this back in the flashlight, and we're going to test the various modes of this flashlight and measure a couple things like the temperature of the barrel right here, because you notice it has some cooling fins on there. They're very smooth. There's nothing sharp on this. You could tell it's very high quality. We're going to just measure the temperature after we let this run for a while, because that's an important factor. Now we're going to measure the lux of this at about a meter away. Now the modes of operation, this has low, high, it says momentary on off, has Firefly mode, emergency SOS, beacon, strobe, and memory countdown timer. So after you've charged the battery, you want to take it like this and put the gold positive towards the LED. Then take the tail switch and turn it clockwise, just like that. Now there's two modes in this. There's a tactical mode and there's an illumination mode. So to get the tactical mode, which allows you to be the brightest mode, you click this tail switch 7 times, and then this is going to blink to let you know you got into the tactical mode. So let's try that. So you see that, how it blinked? Now in this mode, we could do momentary on and turbo and other things in strobe. So if you hit the button once, you see it goes in that mode right there, and you turn it again, it just goes right off. Pulse it twice in the back, it'll go to the blinking mode, so it'll pulse this twice, and then it goes into that strobe mode. And you click it again and it turns off. I'm going to leave it running in that tactical mode in the turbo, which is the brightest mode that it's in. And we're going to just do simple thermal test on this. We're going to see how hot the lens gets, and if this gets warm also, I can feel some heat on there. And that's a good sign because that's dissipating the temperature that's coming off the light. So let's just take a look right here. So I see 106 degrees, 112. So what that's doing is it's providing cooling for that LED because that's so bright and it generates heat. And the front of the lens is just slightly warm, and the front's only getting about 80 degrees. So what's happening is the integrated circuit LED is going right here and it's dissipating into this piece right there. And that's what you want. Now if this thing overheats, it does have auto correction circuitry in there, and it'll drop down the mode to be a dimmer mode to protect the integrated circuit. And that's important for reliability. So that's the Night Provision TX8 has that capability. I have the studio lights turned off, and I'm 1 meter away from a lux meter. And the lux meter measures lux, which can be converted to lumens. And you see that this is producing 2180 lux. Now to get lumens is quite complex, but I can tell you from the experience I've had with different flashlights that that is well over 800 lumens. They're being real conservative. I would put this at 1200 lumens at 1 meter away. So that's very bright flashlight, very bright. So I'm in total darkness right now, and the end of my house right there is about 60 feet away. So I'm going to turn on, look at that. I mean, this flashlight is really bright. I mean, it's illuminating that whole room like I have all the lights on. So now to get into illumination mode, last mode I was in was tactical, where I did those tests. I'm going to click this 7 times again. It's going to change the mode. So you see that blink right there? So now it goes into this other mode where it's not as bright. You could see first click and then even dimmer, different level right there. So you cycle through those levels of brightness, but it's not going to go to that turbo mode. Then if you hold this down half a second, it goes into that total minimal energy mode, which is they're calling the Firefly. You can barely see that there's any light on there. So that's what you would use if you're camping and you literally just want to have a minimal amount of light. Then you can just click it and get out of that mode and go back to the other modes on there. So you have a lot of flexibility. All you got to really remember is that 7-click thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it gets you into the different modes. Very simple to operate. Just remember that 7 and you'll be all set using the TX8. Just wanted to show you the front of it and to point out the quality of the actual lens. I mean, I've looked at many flashlights, and you could just see the quality of that reflector on there, and it looks like the front is actually glass. So that's important because that's how we get the efficiency, by that reflector and that glass on there. Then on the back, well, there's the clip I talked about that's reversible, and everything on here is very smooth. And then here's your back tail switch. Very nice quality. Now, while you're in the illumination mode, you can access the strobe for that mode very simply by double clicking the tail, and then you go right to strobe mode. Now, while in this strobe mode, if you double click it again, it is going to go into the SOS mode, and that's how you access the SOS emergency feature. Then now you could click through all the different other settings that are in the illumination mode, and hold it down and it turns off. Now there's also another mode that you can do where you're in the lower power mode. There is a countdown timer. When the light is on, quickly press the tail switch 3 times to set a 3-minute countdown timer. LED will flash once to indicate the countdown. So let's turn it on in this mode, and let's do 3 times. And then you saw that blinked once, and now we're going to see if this goes for the duration they say. It's a 3-minute countdown, so we're going to and there you go. It shut off exactly at 3 minutes. So what do I think about the Night Provision TX8 tactical flashlight? I think this is a great value. For the price, you're getting a very lightweight, very bright, small flashlight. And as I demonstrated, it's got high lumens, and it's very functional with those 14 modes. Once you learn those modes, and you'll be using them all. And I think this is a great value. As I mentioned, it's a very nice flashlight. I think you're going to really like it. So I'm going to give this flashlight a full 5-star rating on my channel. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icons here alerted to new video uploads. And if you like this review, please hit the like button. I hope the information I presented helps you with your buying decisions. Thanks for watching.